Hello and welcome to Chasing the Finish podcast. My name is Mike, and as always, I am joined by the best co-hosts in the business, Jake and Ben. And we're here for, well, this will be episode 11. You'll have to bear with me on this recording because we're doing recordings for the future, and then bear with me. But episode 11. And we're going to be joined shortly by a guest, Kevin from the South Birmingham Striders Running Club, to talk about the running club itself and then a potential new parkrun coming to Birmingham. So you'll learn all about that. But before we get Kevin in, let's go to the chaps. Ben, how's things with yourself? Are you all good?
I am brilliant. I'm excited for this one. I feel like we're going to learn a lot today. As you know, I wouldn't say fairly new runners, but I think having someone who's experienced, who's going to be able to tell us things that we don't know, I think it's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. So,
absolutely. And Jake, you all good?
Yeah, I'm cracking, mate. Really good. Totally agree with Ben in that one. It'll be a good insight into a different aspect of running, isn't it? So,
absolutely, yeah. And as someone who's trying to tick off as many courses in and around the Midlands, it would be absolutely brilliant to get, hopefully, a new course on the map. Because I think, off the top of my head, as of recording, so we're recording on the 12th of August, I have only got 3 of the Birmingham parkruns left to do. So I think there's Sandwell, Woodgate Valley, and Sutton Park. So the dreaded Sutton Park then.
Yes, I got one to last.
Yeah. So, to potentially have a 4th, that'd be great. But yes, let's bring in our guest, Kevin. Kevin, thank you very, very much for joining us. How's things with yourself? You all good?
Yeah, all good. Thanks, guys. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're all good. As we've said, we're really excited by this news that there could potentially be another parkrun added to the Birmingham ranks. Because do you know what? And I'm not being biased here, but I think Birmingham's got some cracking parkruns at the moment. So I think having another one will only enhance that, to be honest. So yeah, looking forward to that. But you're from South Birmingham Striders Running Club. How did South Birmingham Striders Run Club, how did that start? How long's it been going? What do you guys sort of get on with? What you got going on?
Yeah, so South Birmingham Striders have been going for about 2 years now. I started the running club on the back of my university studies for my masters, because I found out within my project at the end in my dissertation that in this area there was a massive decline in activity and not many people getting out, and which was causing a massive increase of crime. And when people did try to join your mainstream clubs, they felt a bit out of place. They didn't feel like they were being supported. So what we wanted to do with South Birmingham Striders, we wanted something with a difference. We wanted to welcome everybody from every background. And we wanted to support everyone, no matter how fast, how slow you are, you got the same level of support all the way through. And since 2 years ago, we've grown. We've gone from only 5 members to now we've got around about 75 members, and we're still growing to this day. I signed 5 new members up just last night, and it's just drastically grown to the point where I'm now thinking, well, I need some people to take over the reins a bit from myself and help me out a bit. So it's all positive stuff, which I absolutely love.
Lovely. Just a quick one. So for someone who's been obviously involved in the running community for a while now, do you feel like running is on the up? Because obviously we're fairly new to it, I think, as we've said. And for us, we've talked about it, so all our social medias, everything's running. Everyone you talk to is talking about running. Do you feel like over the last couple of years, it's really started to boom? Or do you feel like it's still just as steady as ever?
So I see both sides of it, because I'm also part of England Athletics, and from the England Athletics side of it, there's a decline within competitive running. So there's a massive decline with getting people out to track and field events, and sort of getting out there at like 10,000 meter or half marathon championships. But there's a massive increase in what I call social 5Ks, where people are not affiliated to any club or England athletics. They just literally just turn up and then just run. That seems to have had a massive increase lately, which is great because people are getting out and running, but also they're not getting the guidance and the coaching around it. So a lot more people get more injured, or they follow bad habits as well.
Right, because I think that's my problem really, because obviously I'm probably the quickest of us three, and I think I've had the opportunity to join running clubs and stuff. I've talked to a couple, but so what? Tell me, what are the benefits of joining a running club and what you can gain from it?
One of the main benefits from a running club is that you get expert coaching. So you get coaching on site, and also you've got like-minded people. You've got a lot of people who are looking to either they'll want to go out for a social run, which is great, but you've got also other people who want to get a PB. They want to go out for a time. So they'll also give you suggestions and ideas how you can do it. And especially when you're going out, a lot of people, when you're running, no one's there to critique your running and look how you run. If you've got a coach watching you run during a club session, then they go, well, hang on, you're not relaxed, you're too tense up tight. That's a benefit you get from a club, and that's how I've developed as a runner and then as a coach. So you get that personality with that.
Decent. What events have you got coming up soon? If there's anyone you want to let us know.
Yeah, as a runner.
Yourself or SDS?
So for myself and SBS, so we've got the Midland Road Relays in September, which all the running clubs come together for. Then we've got cross-country relays. Then we've got cross-country league races in Birmingham, which is very competitive, but it's brilliant because you get everyone from all different shapes, sizes, backgrounds. It's amazing. For myself, I've got one of the league races I'm organising at Cofton Park on the 8th of December, which all the running clubs are going to come together. So if you want to come down and cheer us all on and watch us all die on the hills, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And then obviously I've got Great North Run, I've got Cardiff Half Marathon, and then I've got Valencia Marathon as well in December.
Oh wow, Valencia! I'd say I just going off topic a bit there. I booked my first ever running event abroad the other month. So I recently, on Sunday, I did my first ever half marathon at Solihull, and before that, 10K is usually my sort of distance for events. So I booked the Alicante 10K next year. So I'm very intrigued to see how it's going to be running in that heat, albeit it is February, so it shouldn't be as hot. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So is Valencia not one of the, there's that you can get that medal, can't you? Where if you've done all the events.
Yes. Are you thinking about the World Marathon Majors?
Yeah,
I think I might be. Yes.
Yeah.
So Valencia's not on there yet. It might be in future. So I've done 2 of the Marathon Majors. I'm due to do Chicago next year. So you've got Berlin, London, Chicago, New York, Boston. Have I missed
Tokyo?
one? Chicago.
I think they've just added Australia, haven't they? Have they just added Australia? Yeah. I thought they had. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we had my dad on the other week on the podcast, and he did a good sort of 10-15 minute segment on how good the Great North Run is as well. So that's definitely one that I would love to check out one day. And Ben, I know you're the same, so well, that'll be some event. But
if you want to do Great North Run, bit of tip for you. So after the Great North Run this year, they'll have a thing where you can sign up for three consecutive years of Great North Run. So you do it 3 times. So I'm on my last year now for it, but you literally get a guaranteed entry into the Great North Run every year.
Oh, wow. Okay. There we go.
So something to look forward to. It's a good race, but it's very busy. Very. You probably won't get a PB because it's very congested, but it's an experience, especially when the rad arrows fly over at the same time. It's amazing.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, I've always said on this podcast that the biggest and best support at an event I've ever received is, funnily enough, part of the same company. Is the Great Birmingham Run. The support that comes out on that day, and it doesn't matter if you've gone down a side road or what. There's support throughout, so I can't imagine what the Great North Run support is like. And I mean, with the red arrows, I actually live in Lincoln, so they fly over my house quite a lot. So it'd just be one hell of an experience. So that's a very good tip. Thank you for letting us know that. In regards to obviously the new parkrun, that's we're talking about. You'll be taking it over. There's a test event coming up soon, I believe, unless I've misread something. What made you want to get involved, and was it the South Birmingham Striders that come up with the idea, or was it floated about by someone else, and then you thought, I know, we'll jump on it? How's this all sort of come about?
So what's come about, I was speaking to Birmingham City Council, and the council have got a target to host 5 new parkruns for the area. So what we've done, I was initially looking at Lay Hill, but Lay Hill's not got much of it hasn't got much local support. So I wanted to revitalise Great Cofton Park, and what we thought straight away, to get good support, we'll use SBS to literally generate Cofton Park. So most of the volunteers are from South Birmingham Striders. And then that also gives us a way to raise money, because not many companies are giving money to charitable events at the moment. They're very stringent. And so the only way we could really do is crowdfund, but parkrun itself can't be seen to crowdfund because they don't believe in it. So as a running club, we're allowed to raise the money as a running club directly, and then literally pay for it out the running club's finances. So that's how we've gone about it. And I think we're about £1,000 in now. We need to raise another 3,000, which will help. But that's not stopped us, and we've got a launch date already scheduled in.
Yeah, because we was absolutely baffled by obviously how much it takes to, run a parkrun. We was trying to go through and was trying to find information on what's needed and whatever. Can you tell us more about what is needed to run a parkrun?
So when you start a parkrun, we first have to obviously design the course. We need to then risk assess a course, and then we need a trial run to see if that's going to run okay. We need landowners' permission, so we have to write to the council and see if they're happy with that. Then we need to put risk assessments to the council, insurances in place, and then we need to then get the £4,000, which then covers your DFib on site, covers your insurances from parkrun, and also all the setups onto the systems. And then we need a minimum of 12 volunteers for every parkrun to go ahead. So there is quite a lot of organisation around that.
Yeah, I saw you mentioned about how much you're trying to raise. I actually had a look before we came on here, and I think at the moment you're on 1,040. But I mean, I must admit, I'm quite surprised that Cofton Park doesn't have one at the moment, because I did a bit of research on Cofton Park. Obviously, I know it because I'm from the area, but it's 135 acres, so they've definitely got the space. But I think the closest parkrun to that is Woodgate Valley, and even that's still a bit of a distance away. So obviously you are going to be confident, but are you confident that this can get off the ground and everything will run smoothly?
Yeah, I'm confident that it will get off the ground. I organised the cross country there last year, and it went so smooth. I couldn't believe it at the end of the day. I was literally starting it and expecting something to occur, which it didn't, which is a good problem to have. So I'm expecting this to run very smooth. It's going to be an unusual park run because there's not many trail park runs out there. So this is 100% trail.
Nice.
And it's got a few hills on it, so it's good. I have cut majority of the hills out. My first course was about 650 foot of incline, but I've reduced it to 250.
Yeah, because we're very opinions on this podcast. I'm very much a trail runner, just getting into my ultras and stuff. Whereas Mike done his first trail event 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Hated it, absolutely hated it. He said he'd never doing another one again. Yeah, I mean, not a fan, was you, Mike?
No, there's a common theme with a lot of my races and a lot of the park runs I've done. So at the moment, I'm trying to tick off the alphabet. I think I'm 16 out of 25. And then I'm trying to do all of the Birmingham park runs as well. And I think we said when we started, I've only got 3, maybe 4, when this kicks off, to do left in Birmingham. And a lot of them that I've done, I tend to scope out the slightly flatter courses. So my favourite is, my top 2 is Edgbaston Reservoir and Stratford upon Avon. Because Stratford upon Avon, you don't even come across as much of a sniff as an incline. So, yeah, that's interesting to hear that. But do you know what? That it absolutely has that audience, and people, I think, will travel to come and do a park run like that, especially knowing if it's going to be trail, especially with the inclines. People love a challenge. You know, you look all over the park run tourism Facebook group, and you get people that are scoping out those sort of events. So I think that really will. And did you say you have a date for when this test event? Is it just going to be the running club that are testing it? Do you need a certain amount of people there? What? Because I imagine you have to think, even as minuscule as sort of parking. I think I actually saw something on Facebook where you'd put that you were looking to raise the money, and somebody raised a question about parking because they were worried previous events that had been on, they were worried that it might be a bit congested. So you really do have to think about everything, don't you?
You do have to think about everything. What we've done with the parking this time, because we had the same issues. Everything which we've done previously, we sort of met when we done the cross country, and we had about 400 people turn up on a cross country to literally compete, which parking was going to be an issue. But then we had an agreement with the pub at the top that we could utilise their car park, and then you got the surrounding. So we sort of utilise that. We need to put that into the plan for the park run. When we were thinking about the 13th of September for a trial, in my opinion, I've been told don't advertise it out because I've been told otherwise you're just asking for trouble. But I would rather get as many people out as possible and have the trouble happen, because if it happens on your trial, you can then do something about it. But say if I only have, say, 50 people and nothing happens, and then on the day we launch we've got 150 people, and then something does happen because of the amount of people you've got, we can't do nothing. We've already launched. So I'd rather have as many people as possible, to be fair.
Well, if you need some test subjects, we're here, Kevin, if you want us to come down.
The thing is, you've got to then come back when we launch it, so you can't add it as one of your ones.
Well, we're trying to go round and do because we've done most of them, but we're going to try and go round again and try and get ratings, aren't we? Really, we're trying to get a bit of a leaderboard going and rate them, how we find them. Quick question for you though: do you have a favourite park run?
Oh, I love Arrow Valley.
You do,
okay.
Yeah.
Arrow Valley is a really nice park run, and it's only because I got my PB round there that it's one of my favourites now.
Same for a lot of us, I think. It is quite quick, isn't it?
It is a quick course. Cannon Hill's good. I like Cannon Hill, but it's that hill towards the end. It's literally it just kills you at the end.
unnecessary as well. Like, why leave it right to the end? Like, there couldn't be a worse place to put a finish line at the top of this hill. And as well, I think the first time we ever did Cannon Hill, I think you were there, Ben, was Jake. Jake was with us, and then Chris. And we knew, obviously, centre of Birmingham, it's going to be quite busy. But I never imagined there would be as many people there. That was there over 1,000 there that day, or
close to it? Yeah.
I have never known a parkrun so busy, and still to this day, I've never seen a parkrun so busy. So maybe you can get some of the lion's share of those when you open. But yeah,
well, what we're going to do here is another piece of news for yourselves. We've got a South Birmingham Striders takeover at Cannon Hill Park on the 30th. So King's Eve are going to be doing a bake sale, and it's all to try and raise more money for Cofton. So we're going to go out, flags out, cake sales, coffee, and everything to just try and raise more money for the Cofton Parkrun.
There we go. And that's the 30th of August, yeah?
Yeah, 30th of August we'll be doing that.
There we go. So make sure you get down to that one, definitely. Just going back to the running club, you mentioned before we were recording in terms of, the events you guys, I know you've got a relay coming up cross country. You mentioned something about a junior parkrun. Do you want to talk us through a couple of those bits as well?
So the aim is the Longbridge have just opened up a new path, which is the Ray Valley route. Now, it's not big enough for a parkrun, but we wanted to utilise that land, and it's a good place for juniors to run because it's enclosed. You can keep an eye on the kids. So we're aiming, as soon as we get the Cofton Parkrun up and running, is to then start a junior parkrun on a Sunday, and that will start literally just outside Longbridge town centre. And it'll literally go round in a loop and then finish back in Longbridge. So all the parents then can go for a coffee afterwards. So it's another way of trying to engage youth at a young age and try and get them into running very, very early on, if you like.
Nice. I just want to talk about cross country for a minute, because it's one of the reasons I've been obviously toying with the idea of joining a running club. And I followed a lot of the cross country last year. And I managed to get it on YouTube, whatever, and I was just like absolutely fascinated by it. And I know you said it's absolutely crazy. Because you've got everyone coming together. What from your point of view, what is it like? How is the atmosphere? Is it different to other events, or is it just what? Just tell me about it. I'm so interested.
Cross country is a different animal altogether. Cross country, you find you get a lot of support on course, and everyone is out there to do their very best. When you're going round, it's high energy, it's fast, and if you're not feeling it on that day, you'll be dragged along. People will literally make you finish. So literally, I would say the atmosphere is just amazing. The energy is insane. And with our club now, we act as a team. So we push everyone across the line. And I will even if I finish first, I will always run back and then shout to all the other teammates, literally who are about to finish, just basically encourage them to pass that line. Obviously, you go out in all elements. Obviously, cross country is not a summer sport. It's you're going to have mud, rain, a few water crossings. You look at it and you think, bloody hell, what was I thinking? But as soon as you go out, you then get the endorphin rush, and the endorphin rush gets addictive, and you think, I want to do that again. So the first one's always dreadful, but then when you come into January, you're so hardened for it. When you get into the new year, you become a different runner.
Just imagine it being so heavy on the legs. Because I can't remember what I was watching now, but it was an event, and the mud was literally like to the knees. I was watching people that were struggling to get the legs out. I don't know if you know where it was. I can't remember. Wasn't that long ago.
That could have been yeah,
yeah, possibly. The other thing I wanted to ask was, obviously, I'm into my ultras and my endurance. I saw you took part in the Endure 24.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
That was absolutely brilliant. We love the Endure 24. It's again, brilliant atmosphere. The event's well put together. If you're doing it as a team and there's 6 of you, that's the sweet spot because you get a bit of a rest in between that. If there's 6 of you, if you have got any less, you don't have no rest whatsoever. It's just constant for 24 hours.
Yeah.
But I would probably say my favourite bit is running at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, that's all from me, Mike.
Yeah, no, I think that sums it up perfectly, and thank you for coming on and plugging this new one. So if you guys will pop a link in the description to donate, and as Kevin said, they'll be at Cannon Hill Park on Saturday, the 30th of August. Just quickly, Kevin, in terms of the South Birmingham Striders, if people want to join, how do they get in touch? Where do you guys meet? What day do you meet? And do you just do social runs? Do you do track? Tell us a bit more about, in terms of if you're a newbie, what you might expect.
Yeah, so we have a social run on a Thursday night at 6:30 at Herbert's Yard in Longbridge. We have anyone turn up, whether you're a newbie, you're an advanced runner. We've got separate pace groups for everybody. And even if you can't run up to 5K, somebody will stick behind with you and help you get up to a 5K distance. So the first days are really good. We've got a Sunday long run, which is open to everybody. And that's designed for marathon training and getting your distance in. So they'll run up to 8 to 10 miles at the moment until November, and then we'll start pushing it up to 15 and 16 miles. And then on a Monday, we then have a track session at Abbey Stadium in Redditch, which is, again, open to everybody at 6:30. And we look at getting you more, I would say, efficient in running. So you get to learn what it's like to run at speed. And some of our members now, due to the track running, they've literally knocked around about 10 minutes off their PB times. I'm trying to figure out what's done it. It's either the track running or the cross country. But one guy we had was doing 48-minute 5Ks, and he come back in the February. No, what am I about? 46-minute 10Ks. He come back in the February, and then he done a 38-minute 10K in the February.
Wow,
Jesus Christ!
I love that. There you go, Mike.
I was going to say, if I lived more local, I'd be down there.
You should come down. You should definitely come down. The thing is, it's coming more dangerous for me now because they're all overtaking the coach now. It's not a very good look.
Well, what we'll have to do is we'll have to come down and maybe interview some of your runners and see what it's like down, amongst the club, amongst the runners. So if that's all right with you.
Yeah, I'll be happy for that. That'd be absolutely brilliant. I think that will all be up for that.
Cool.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight, Kevin. And hopefully, I think we'll have to change our plans on the 30th of August. We'll have to come to Cannon Hill and catch up with you guys. And as soon as you said the word, there'll be cake, I was straight in the diary, amending a few things. But thank you very much for coming on. And like I say, the link will be in the description. So if you guys do want to donate, you can do so there. And hopefully, it won't be long until we see another little marker on the 5K app where Cofton Park is, and that comes to fruition. But thanks for joining us, Kevin, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much, guys, for having me, and I look forward to catching up with you.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah, mate.
There we go, Kevin from South Birmingham Striders. That was really interesting. As I said at the start, really, I am just buzzing that there's going to be another parkrun in Birmingham, because I'll almost get to a stage where if I do them all then, I know we've said we'll move on to Coventry and then sort of work our way around other areas, but I'll almost feel a bit sad because I do like that excitement of going to a new parkrun for the first time, although I wasn't overly thrilled when he said it was trails and the incline. What Jake, what did you make of that? Because a lot of that, you were sat there, bless you, and I bet your heart sank when he told you the course description, didn't it?
It was hard to get involved because obviously I've only done the one, like obviously we'll only have done a one event. So when he's talking about all these events he's done, it's hard to have an opinion or have a comment on it because I can't really add to it.
Hey, you're a 5K official race finisher now, Jake. So you take that from the back.
But other than that, I think it's a cracking idea, and who knows, by in 3-4 years' time, it could be even more that he sorts out. It seems like he's got a goal in mind, and he's going to just keep pushing. So he's got a cracking lookout on it all, which is good to see. So.
Absolutely, and Ben, couldn't be any more up your street.
I know.
I wonder if it's worth messaging him now, saying, "Can we rename it instead of calling it Cofton Park? Call it like the Ben Blakeman Parkrun or something."
I'm gagging for it. I can't wait. To be fair, class. I mean, I could have asked him questions all day. Do you know what I mean? But no, in terms of the parkrun, yeah, I'm just echoing. I'm really excited for it. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. I think we've kind of covered everything, and just now wait for it, and get down there. Everyone who's listening.
Absolutely. Well, as I said at the start, because of the way we're recording things, etc., you'll hopefully be listening to this from the 21st of August. So in terms of telling you where we'll be at Parkrun this weekend, the 23rd of August, I myself am ruled out because I've got Wembley 10K tomorrow. And I don't know where the other lads will be. In fact, I know Jake will be on holiday, so he'll be in France, hopefully doing a 5K or a run somewhere. And any ideas where you maybe get that crystal ball out, Ben? Any ideas where you might be Saturday?
It'll either be Babs nil or not. Do you know what I mean? I can't see myself going anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
there we go. But yes, thank you for watching another episode of Chasing the Finish. We really hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep chasing that finish.